Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks, where today we are going to be playing some more forgotten tanks in World of Tanks. Starting off with another tier 8 British tank. Last time with the mediums it was the Centurion 1. And this time around it's going to be the Carnarvon that we are going to be playing. Now, the British heavy tanks, or at least, you know, this line that goes up to the Super Conqueror. I actually started, I think one of the first lines in the game, you know, goes to be like the Vickers 3 or whatever, the Matilda, absolutely brilliant tank. There's Churchill 1, that's kind of like the first mech tank, it's just so slow. And unlike the Matilda, it just doesn't really have that, like, resilience and firepower. Then the Churchill 7, which I had for years. The Black Prince, again, absolutely terrible, it's so slow. The Carnarvon, after all of that, would seem it is the first actual nice playable tank, but itself isn't really that good. I mean, it's got a pretty much like a Centurion turret with just a fairly lackluster hull, with not that much going for it. It's, you know, slightly faster than all of the other Churchill and Black Prince tanks, but it doesn't have that much armor. Wow, that was actually a lucky shot by the T-44. I wasn't even spotted. I think he was firing at the links and somehow actually tracked me, but luckily no damage taken. That was actually an incredible shot, even if I took no damage. Really lucky by the T-44 over there. We're gonna get another shot at him over here. We'll fire just in case, but I don't think that went through. So, the Carnarvon, as I said, okay speed, you know, it's not slow, it's not fast. It's got a mid hull with an okay turret. I mean, it's good. The DPM is nice. That definitely does help it out, but I mean, I think it's got fairly lackluster penetration. I mean, the penetration's, I mean, it's not really that good, is it? It's just a better tank that you've had all of the other tanks before, but it's still, I mean, nothing special. But this tech tree really gets started at the tier 9, the Conqueror. That's the first really good tank where you can actually, you know, actually do something. I'm not really sure what our heavy tanks are chilling over there for. We are absolutely just going to die over here without doing too much, which isn't that nice. We're just gonna try to fall back with this Skoda and hopefully just put in some damage before we die. I mean, we've got quite unlucky with this matchmaking, to be honest. My team is just absolutely, you know, not doing much. And we are so slow reversing. I think it was only 8 kilometers an hour going backwards. That is slow. I want to get where the Scary is, but there you go, that M3Y has fired. And we've kind of halted their advance. Oh, we just lost the Skoda. The VK just got here just now, you know, a bit too late. Should have really been here from the start. I'm not really sure what this VK4502A is doing over there. Well, can we get this IS? That's going to be really useful. There we go. We're actually, okay, it's not looking that bad. I mean, Samoa is coming up our backside now, which isn't nice. But if we can get these shots in with the good gun handling of this tank, now that is a very big plus. But yeah, I don't think we're going to do too much over here. The Samoa's going to probably come up our side. This VK is just getting shot on the side by the M3Y. And the VK in the center is just chilling and not doing anything. So, oh, there you go. That's the good turret, I think, blocking that damage. There's an SU in the center, which we need to watch out for. We still got the Scorpion that's helping us with that M3, which is helping us for now. Let's see if we can actually do something before we die. Now, this reload does definitely get people... it surprises people. You know, you wouldn't think that it reloads so fast. There you go. I mean, I knew that was coming from the TS, but luckily we got another shot in. I think I did as much as I could in this tank, just really unlucky matchmaking with a team like the VK. I'm not really sure. I think he literally did nothing. This VK as well, just if we would have all been here, we would have definitely handled this because there was only a TS left on, pretty much dead, and this M3Y was dead as well. The Samoa was over here as well. If the VK4502A and the VK101P would have came here at the start, we would have easily won the South. Then we could have headed towards the enemy team or fallen back to our team and probably won this, as I mean all they have left is just fairly lightly armoured tank destroyers, a couple a light tank, an RT and a Ferdinand. So we could have probably won this, but our team played kind of bad. We picked up 2 kills, so I'm not that annoyed, and 1,800 damage for such a short game and what we were kind of playing as. I'll take that. So let's move on to the next tank. So moving on from the British to the French with the AMX 5120. Now this line, it was, you know, one of the first proper tier 10 lines in the game, I think, or at least for the French. You know, it's a really, really old line with the AMX 50B, and of course recently the Imbattable, slowly moving up towards the AMX 50B. But this line, I mean, it used to be played more, especially the 5100 with its very nice 100mm gun, 6 shells in a magazine. Back when there used to be those tournaments that you could easily get into. I think you can easily get into them now fairly, but I don't think people play as much as they used to. The 5100 used to be mega OP because maybe you'd have to wait for that 45 seconds to reload, but when you did, you could pretty much clip any tank you would be facing, and the tanks you couldn't clip, you were much faster then because the AMX 5100 can go like 60 or something. This tier 9 is slightly slow, I think, slightly worse power to weight ratio, but then at tier 10, I think it kind of gets better again. But yes, the 5100, you used to be able to clip everyone, or if you couldn't, you would at least be able to ram into them, or run away, reload, and then kill them off. So, really OP tank. Now, the tier 9 is actually fairly nice as well. As I said, it's got fairly nice mobility. Maybe not as good as the tier 8 and tier 10, but, I mean, it's definitely no, you know, super heavy tank. We're gonna, you know, go quite quickly, even without a turbo, I'm pretty sure, on this tank. Its turret is bad. Sometimes you can get lucky with some angles and just bounce, but I mean you really can't really rely on that. I've already lost an EBR 75 at FL10. Very, very nice. That was about 25 seconds. So congrats to Zlobomir in the EBR. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Yes, the turret bad. The hull armor, again, it's like with all French tanks, even the medium tanks, some of them. It has pretty much no armor, but sometimes you can get a really lucky bounce, and that is about it. I am going to ask for help. I'm not really sure why our IS is sitting in base, and our contender has just stopped. We're not really sure what he's doing. I don't actually feel like going up here is a good choice, especially that the Zlikudov has stopped as well. We are going to fall back, hopefully find a nice bush, and hopefully use this fairly nice and fairly accurate gun. I mean, it's not... Oh, well, I got spotted, but I was just artillery firing. It's not, you know, the best, but it does its job. 4 rounds and a fairly quick reload with, was it 400 hit points of damage and fairly nice penetration. It doesn't have, you know, those high pen heat rounds that you get on some tier 9s with 330 or 340, I think you can even get. But it still does its job, and you can still have some pretty good games in this tank. We're looking if we can see that T25 pilot, but he is behind this kind of hill over there. So I'm not really sure why the contender... Okay, he is just moving into place to start spotting, so hopefully we aren't wasting our time here. But looking at the map, or by the enemy list, the only thing that can be up there is probably a Progetto 66. He hasn't been spotted yet. The object 752 actually did look like he was going up on the hill along with the T30, so do you have to watch out for that. Maybe the Kalana as well. Not really sure who else could be up there. Maybe a UDES would be able to... That would be nice spot for the UDES with its turret, you know, bounce or not even get spotted at all. Yak Tiger, I think Yak Tiger's just chilling in base. Oh. Quite a long reload, that was a lot of reload. Quite a long aiming time. I think I actually got this set up for a better aiming time. It's just quite bad. It's one of the weaknesses of these tanks. You can't really fully unload with it being fully accurate. You do have to wait in between the shells. That's actually really bad because that would have been nice to get a shot into the LHMTV over there on the enemy team. With 3 shells, I think I'm going to wait and not reload. I think if I was down to 2, I would reload. There you go. That's why we are not reloading. Oh, okay. That just went somewhere. Okay. Well, he's probably hidden behind that rock over there. We can't really do much. The LMHTV was out again, but could not get a shot into him. Okay, I'm reloading now. We've only got a 30-second reload, so slightly better than the tier 8 has, but the tier 10 I think is even better. And yeah, it's just another tank that you just don't really see people play anymore. Like, these aren't bad tanks. It's just they aren't as popular as they used to be at a certain point in the game's history, which I guess happens for every tech tree. I mean, the mouse isn't played as much as it was at those 5-6 years back when it was just mega OP. Yeah, maybe they'll, you know, change it again. Maybe it'll become better, people will play again. And yeah, okay, we're trying to get some good shots into this M46, so we did. I'm going to wait on 2 because that EBR was running around. I actually don't really need APCR rounds. I thought we were going to be facing more heavy tanks coming from the hill, but we didn't really need those APCR shells. We really wasted a couple as well, just trying to get shots in. Okay, we're going to reload now at the worst possible time. I am going to say I am reloading and I am going to run away. Well, if we literally waited a couple more seconds, we would have been able to put another shot into that Killarn over there. There's a lot of tanks. That Vilkanov just got annihilated so quickly. I'm going to start falling back. Would it be nice if I would reload just a little bit quicker? I don't want to get spotted by that EBR as well. Would be nice to take him out. Just like 2 seconds I would have been able to kill that T-25 pilot. I'm going to fall back a bit more because if that EBR does actually go around over here and spots me, I'm just going to get shot up by the entire hill up there. Now this is a point where I'm just going to load APCR on because each shell will matter. And okay, there you go. So if you know, something heavily armored does come up from the top, I can actually take them out because it's actually a really close game so far right now. And you know, those extra 300 meters a second of shell velocity could also help as well with the EBR. So we are going to see what will happen over there. The contender is still chilling over there. Hopefully he doesn't get spotted, and hopefully we spot someone going down the hill soon. Not really sure. The other side does look like it's going fairly well. Talking about fairly well, let's start shooting. We're going to get spotted over here, I feel like. Oh, there you go. There's that lucky bounce I was talking about that you sometimes get. Wanted to do this. You just bounced. Okay, we're reloading. We're going to fall back. We're going to tell the contender to retreat, and we're going to tell them that we are reloading, which we currently can't. But we did put, what was that, 2 shells into the Progetto, 3 shells into the Progetto, and we bounced the last one on the UDES. And actually, we actually held us on quite well. We haven't done that much damage because we couldn't really find a place. We just had to really chill here and wait for them to come down, because if we did go up, we would have probably lost this. But because we didn't and we waited, it still looks fairly nice. We can't really rush because I was about to rush, but that T-30 and object is probably sitting still on the hill. And the units over here, they could all just one-tap me and take me out, so don't really want that. I'm going to fall back to give the contender some space to fall back as well. So I'm thinking what to do over there. We've still got 7.5 minutes, so we do still have time to chill and wait, and we don't need to push, as our ELC has done a brilliant job. He probably has so much spotting. He absolutely helped the south when our EBR just died, and now he's just clearing out the east over there, so that is absolutely brilliant stuff by him. The T-30's over there. I feel comfortable in moving forward, I think, if I want to do any more damage in this game, as that T-30 is already fairly dead. Got spotted by this Eunice over here. I think I'm just going to go towards him and hopefully put in a couple good shots in. That was definitely not good. I want to kind of track him if I could. There you go. There you go, we can kill him. There you go. Heal our driver and fall back. Not sure where that object is over there. He's probably on top of the hill. And there you go. That's how quick a game can change from being quite bad with 1,600 damage to 2,600. Now, I would say that's fairly decent. It's not a brilliant game, but it's definitely not a bad game. It's what you need to win. We were in the right place at the right time, helping our contender and the Vlukanov before kind of secure the hill. If we would have pushed up ourselves, we would have probably died, and I'm not sure if my team could have survived that much more. I mean, the Vlukanov died quite quickly, and the contender is quite low on hit points, so now we just need to kill Twin Turbo 800 in the Object 752 if we can even get to him before he dies. We're actually looking quite good. The ELC's not going to rush him. If anything, that Sprints, whatever that tank is. I actually got that in the Christmas loot boxes, I think. But yes, okay. Oh, no, okay, the object, I guess, doesn't want to do some more damage. If he would have just chilled up top, he would have been able to do at least like 1,000 more damage easily. But I guess he just wanted to run away out in the open. But there you go, a victory. We might have lost in the Carnarvon, but we won in the AMX 5100 with a fairly nice game, to be honest. So, like last time, we had one bad game and one better game. This being it in the AMX 5120. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.